Hey everyone, it's Orange. Welcome to Path to Decency episode 49. I left you guys off on the last episode. It was put out on Monday, but I recorded it on Sunday afternoon, so we have to cover what happened on that rush because in the last episode, I did build a defense that I thought would give me good chances at G1. That unfortunately did not happen. I built a Chloe, Talc, Rina, Fria defense. I set it with about 15 minutes left in arena, and so many hits came in, so I think I had it up for about 5 minutes or so, and I checked my logs, and I had so many more hits come in compared to my original defense, so I switched it back to my original defense. I finished C3 with about 5 refills or so. I had to do 2 to get myself back up to the Conqueror 3 Guardian 1 range, and then during rush hour, I believe I did 3. That's kind of the standard that I've been hitting for the past 5 or 6 weeks since I've been trying to push Guardian 1 and get it. So since that didn't work out, I do have a new plan for this week that I will go over the details later on in the episode. I have been thinking about summoning for Rina with summoning stones, but I'm going to hold off on that because I do think the only Nat 4 that I need or that I have left to get is Orion. I mean, technically I already got him, but I fed him, so I need to get another. So right now what I'm thinking, hold on, I guess I'll just say it. So I am going to be summoning for a fire mummy in 3 days, probably in the next episode of Path to Decency. He's 1 out of 8 monsters, and the odds of getting a 3-star are like 100 minus 8% for a 4-star, minus 0.5% for a 5-star. So that's the odds that it'll be a 3-star when you pop the stones. I'll probably have the odds in the video whenever I do it, if it's a separate video or if it's in Path to Decency. I'm going to get 1 fire mummy and build the double fire mummy defense, a la Too Lazy to Die. He runs that defense, and he said that he got G3 for the past 4 weeks, I think it was, with that defense. He should be up here somewhere. Let's see. Okay, wait, there he is. So, I'll probably build my mummies like him. At the moment, he's running Rina, double fire mummy, Fria. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm thinking actually Ritesh instead of Rina, just because my Rina doesn't have skill ups, and I think Ritesh can pose a threat to any water monsters that are going to be trying to kill my mummies. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have to push pretty high up, like into G1 for rush hour when I do have this defense built, because I'm kind of afraid that people can bruiser it. I was worried about like Theomar's Chisoon, like slow roller offenses, because I heard those are kind of common in C3, and I'm worried about that. So I think if I'm as high up as possible in the G1 range when I do set that defense for the last 15 minutes or so, I should be good, and I should avoid people who are slow rolling me, and we'll just have to see how it goes. I tried out the Talc Rina thing and it didn't work. I maybe could have done some more troubleshooting with it to figure out exactly why, but I think I'm going to give up on it because I know for a fact people use double Rina and double fire mummy to get G3, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for G1, so it's not like G1 is any different from G3 with these things, maybe aside from people bruisering, because I don't know, it's hard for me to say if more people bruiser in G1 C3 than G3. We'll have to find out though, and hopefully rush hour goes good. I should be able to rune both of the mummies up very well. I have my first one here ready. I do think I've summoned multiple fire mummies in the past, but I think I fed them because I wasn't anticipating that I would need them for G1. I thought like I'd just get G1 and this would be more of like a maybe G2, G3 sort of thing. So here's this guy right here. Just one more skill up needed. I don't think they need skill ups, but I do think Rina's do. So we'll see how that goes. Once again, I'll be summoning probably next week. So in 7 days, I'll probably summon for a fire mummy unless I pull one today, because I do have a lot of mysticals here. So look forward to that. And then, like I said, this weekend, I'll probably just try to get C3. I'll probably do no refills just to see how it goes. I'll start saving wings so I have enough 10 to do for rush. So yeah, okay. Next on the list, I fully skilled up my attack building. Yay! So my glory shops feel like they're getting really close to being finished. Let's see here. So ancient sword level 10, and then I'll show you guys the rest here. After that, I'll detail my plans. So in the middle of the week last week, I decided to go through with fully maxing out the Wind Sanctuary, just because I think it's going to take a while. I said this in one of my previous episodes. I said that I was probably going to do them evenly because I didn't know if I would need the Wind one desperately, because I did say the Wind one might be helping me or it might be hurting me, because if my Lucians do more damage, they might trigger Nemesis because mine aren't super fast at the moment. But I am going to go through and max this just to have it done in case my plans change in the future, because I'm heavily relying on my double Lucians, so I think this is the right thing to do, but I'm a little bit scared that it's hurting me because it might cause me to trigger Nemesis monsters more. I have been avoiding Nemesis monsters, though, pretty much during rush hour. If I kill Nemesis monsters, like, for rush hour, what I do is I'll start hitting Nemesis monsters, and if they don't proc, I'll continue hitting them, and then, if a couple proc and cause me to lose a fight, then I'll stop hitting Nemesis monsters. But if the team has a Nemesis monster and no other threats on the team, you can just double Lucian it because they don't have anything to kill you. So that's the glory shop situation. Wait, hold on, there's a new thing that I forgot to mention. So instead of the Wind Sanctuary, though, that was my plan, and then it changed again. So what I'm doing now is I am buying the Crystal Rock and the, Arcane Booster Tower, just because I am moving forward with the double Fire Mummy defense. I do think these both can help me because my defense is like a stall defense. So, it does have some kill potential though, because I will have Ritesh, and the mummies do a lot of damage. They do reflect damage as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy these. They're pretty cheap actually. They're only 3,000 glory each. So I think that it won't take me that long to max both the Crystal Rock, which is the Arcane Tower attack power, and also the Arcane Booster, which is attack speed. So I went to the Summoner's War wiki and looked up the numbers for this. Someone said that this tower gives your lasers like 3,000 extra damage or something like that. Maybe it's only like, no, I think it's like 300 extra damage per monster or something. I don't know, but I went ahead with this. I didn't look at all the math, so I don't have a great answer for you guys if you're wondering which one is better. I just was like kind of lazy, and I'm like, let's just do this one first because, I guess if my tower hits hard, the numbers sounded like they were high numbers. Well, okay, actually, I think I kind of looked at the math for this, and I figured out how many more lasers would I get, and it didn't really seem that good. But whatever, regardless, I didn't look too much into the math, but I'm gonna do both, and yeah, I don't think it matters to be super efficient with them, so that's what I'm doing. Next on the list, I put one Devilmon on one of my Lucians. At this point in time, I kind of forgot which skill ups they have, but I did put one on whichever one, and right now I'm saving Devilmon because I don't know what I want to do. I kind of don't feel like it's actually super necessary for me to continue Devilmoning these because I feel like my offenses are fine, but eventually I do want to fully skill them, but I'm saving them just in case. I was kind of looking at speed DB10 teams last week, and I was thinking maybe Devilmon could help if I put them on my Sig, because I believe I will be using him on my speed DB10 team. So I was just kind of pondering. I'm going to save them just to leave options open for the future if I choose to make a different decision. Let's go ahead and check out how many I have right now. Probably not that many, actually. Okay, so just 3, but yeah, that's what I'm doing there. For speed DB10, one of my guild leaders said that he was using, he can actually do a speed YOLO DB10 team, or whatever you want to call it. So I was inspired by him. His team was Verd, Stella, Talc, Lisa, and something else. Shoot, I forgot. Here, let me set up the team because then I'll be able to figure it out. Okay, so, Galleon, yeah, so let's pick up Lisa here. So yeah, his team is just Stella and Talc instead of Sig and Theo. So I did try this team. I tested it for about 50 runs or so, and they were failing quite a bit. I wrote it down here, actually. So for the successes and fails, 5, 10, 15, 20. So sorry, my fucking throat. So I had 23 successes and 4 fails, and that's not good. So I can't run this team yet. I'm back to running my safe DB10 team, which you guys just saw a second ago, and that's fine for me. I think what I'm gonna do with speed DB10 is just let it happen when it happens. Next free rune removal, I might look at seeing if I can change some runes on some monsters to make it happen, but I might just, let it happen when it happens. When my monsters are all good enough runed, it'll just work. I think my Lisa's a bit slow. I do want her to eventually be plus 115, plus 120 speed, and she's not quite there yet. I think she's like around plus 200. She might be a little bit lower. And Sig, maybe more damage would help. I think I did watch the runs, but I don't quite remember if I saw anything that I could have done better. Maybe Talc and Sig, I think. Skill ups on Sig and Talc as well, if I build my Talc good. But I think to build Talc, he needs to be quite fast, and I can't do that because both of my Lucians are really fast, my Theo's fast, Lagmaron's fast, and then, at that point, I don't know if I have good enough runes to really give to Talc. I don't know if I'd be using him anywhere else. Maybe if I could use him in Guild Wars or something, it'd be worth it, because I always try to make decisions that are kind of worth it. Eventually, I do think this will fall into place, and I will be able to do speed DB10, so I'm not too worried about it right now. I think it'll just happen. Hey, this rune's actually a good rune. Sweet. Defense, accuracy, yeah, that's a really good support rune. Like Aria, maybe, or just any sort of support, I think. Okay, so next on the list, I fused a new monster. I have fused him before. The Water Horus, Kebesinuf. Did I do that right? So last week, I was under the impression that I could use Katarina, Kevin, and Ganymede, but Ganymede only resets one monster, and Katarina would lose her shield, I think. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, this is just a 1-turn invincibility, same with Chloe, so Katarina would not be invincible for 2 turns, so that wouldn't really work out. Thankfully, one of my guild members told me about that, and I think some people commented as well, and they're like, that's not gonna work out, you have to use Jamire. So I still have him though, and I did go ahead and farm awakening materials for him, because I still might be able to use him on AO, I think. Since I have a Chloe, people were telling me, they were like, you should use Chloe, Cat, and Seek, I think it was, or Callie. Someone said Callie, the fire high elemental. So I have been skilling up high elementals and saving them because a while ago I heard they were good, and then I did pull a light high elemental and people were telling me to save that one. So I still have him here. AO might be the best thing for him, but right now I don't have any plans. And even Katarina, I took her runes off of her and put them onto my Talc to test him out, but my Talc has no speed on him, which I think is a problem. So let's continue on with the list. We had a new Hall of Heroes for the Wind Pirate Captain Barque, and the Hall of Heroes did get changed, you guys know, so pretty much it only took me 45 minutes to farm all of them, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm not a huge fan of how the Hall of Heroes works out, because you only get 4 monsters. Well, I guess 5, but I always keep one of every nat 4 ever since I fed Orion, not making that same mistake again in case they get changed. And the Kung Fu girls, they got changed, and people were crying because they fed all of their Kung Fu girls, especially the water one. So, yeah, I did that. I don't have any plans for it. You know, I farmed them all just in case I pull a frigate, maybe. I don't know. Maybe with these scrolls that we have today, that could happen. Also, one thing that I wanted to tell you guys about the Hall of Heroes, is that you can buy pieces from the guild shop to fuse more monsters. I think people were saying you can fuse a total of 10. So my guild members were saying that it's probably a smart idea to farm these almighty pieces. That way you can have enough in your storage in case Come To Us releases a really, really good Hall of Heroes, you know, like one that you would need a lot of skill ups for, like a monster. People were saying like a Joker Hall of Heroes. I don't think that's happening, especially because the Joker's fusible. But yeah, like people, I think on Reddit as well, were saying you might want to farm those up and save them. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm saving my guild points now. I did buy all of the summoning stones this week, which is my number 1 priority at the moment for guild shop things, and I do think I'll probably buy those almighty pieces before I go back into guild flags, because guild flags is my number 2 priority, but I'm probably going to fit in the almighty pieces between these two. So yeah, I'll have to look at the math though, because I don't know. So you get 5 pieces. I don't know how this works. Like, I don't know. I guess you have to have 25, so I guess you have to do 1,000 to get 25 pieces. I don't know how it works, but I'll look at that later. Next on the list, I purchased the Flag of Hope. Oh, we're going back to the guild shop. So I purchased the next upgrade of the Flag of Hope just because it was the cheapest, and I already detailed what I'm doing at the moment for guild shop stuff a second ago. We finished G1 last week. We had 1 sword left over. I really thought we would get G2. I don't know like what happened, but we did finish G1, and we decided to save a sword earlier in the week because we were going to have like a really tough fight, and we weren't able to do it again on Saturday. We only did 2 on Saturday, so that was kind of disappointing, but we still had a good week of guild wars. Generally, we fight pretty easy guilds, so I'm usually able to win all 3. Let's see. I'm usually able to win all 3. I think this week I've lost a couple, but for the most part, it's good farming. Let's see if I can find my offense log. Here are my defenses in case you guys are curious. So yeah, here's my offense log. We have 1 draw, 2, 3, 4. So just 4 draws this week, but whatever, it's usually pretty good farming. Next on the list, I did do another upgrade of the Wind Sanctuary, and earlier in the episode, I did talk about what I'm doing for Glory Shop at the moment. So yeah, 1 more Wind Sanctuary. At the moment, I only have 37 glory points because I have been purchasing the Crystal Rock. I did 6-star Talc last week. That was my new 6-star. I have so many EXP boosters from that game event, whatever it's called, dice event. So I've been using those. Some I do more hours than others. I've been using my reps for them, and I did 6-star Talc because I know I'll use him eventually. And the Orion rotation did come out. It was announced, so I wrote that down. I think what I'm going to do, maybe I didn't totally go over this earlier, but I'm going to get 1 fire mummy and test out that because I feel like that is kind of a good decision to do. I also thought about summoning for Rina's along with Rina skill ups because I have said this multiple times. I do think Rina's need skill ups, but I think Orion is more important just because of how long it takes to guarantee good odds at getting a nat 4. So I'm pretty sure I'll try the fire mummy defense out and then keep summoning for Orion, so I do think I will be summoning for this rotation, and there's mummies there as well, so maybe that'll help me out. Hopefully the fire mummy defense goes well, and we also have the Water Fairy King. You never know what could happen. You never know. Maybe a Brandia. Okay, so let's continue on. I wrote down Crystal Rock, and then I have to flip the page because my page was full. I already talked about the Almighty pieces, and then I'm saving Devilmon, and then the last thing on the list that we have to go over before our summons is TOA and TOA Hard. So let's talk about how that went. TOA Normal was a full auto, even floor 100. I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total fails in TOA Normal. I had 4 fails on 80. Let's see. Okay, yeah, and then I went to a safe team and I passed. I had to switch to my safe team on floor 80, and then I think I went back to kind of like a YOLO team, and then back to a safe one on 88, and then a safe one all the way through 100. So for normal, my YOLO team looks like this. I think I've showed this off before, but I'll show it again in case you guys want to see. So, oh wait, this is hard. Okay, but for normal, I have 2 Lucians usually. I usually use this. Sometimes I will throw Theo in there, sometimes Sig, but for the most part, I stick with, Galli and Bernard plus nukers. AoE nukers are kind of generally better, I feel. And then eventually, like around floor 80, I had to switch to my safe team. And then for that one, I just used my TOA hard team. So let me pull that one up for you. And then I am using Vero as the leader because I don't have a speed buffer on my team. And I talked about this in my video that's called My First TOA Hard Auto Team or something like that. If you do have a speed buffer, I think it's better for Beretta in the leader slot. But since I don't, I think Vero's more worth it. And then my res order is very particular. I want Chasun to be resed first, and then Arya, and then Beretta, because I feel like those are the more important monsters. On free rune removal, I already did my January rune video. My Arya got better, so I think things went smoother for hard. Let's talk about how hard went. So this is my TOA hard auto team. And then again, I use a very YOLO team: Bernard, Galleon, Theo, Lucian, Lagmaron. That's pretty much my team. I might use Sig in there as well for some floors if there's like fire monsters instead of Lagmaron. And then I used my YOLO team up to stage 41, and then I think I put like around 42, I think, is when I switched to my safe team, which is this team right here on the screen. And then I autoed everything but 5 floors. Yeah, 5 floors. So that's my best record. My previous record, I think 2 months ago, something like that, was 6 floors. The ones okay, I don't know if I confused my terms there. So I had to manual 5 floors, and the floors that I had to manual were 76, 80, 90, 99, and 100. 76 and 99 gave me some problems. 76 not so much. I think I wiped about maybe like 4 times on 76. 99 though, I wiped like 15 times. I don't know why 99 gave me so many problems, but it did. I don't remember what team I ended up using for it because I've already done a couple videos on 99 with different teams. You guys can always check my channel for those. Just use the magnifying glass to search for like 99 or whatever. So yeah, that was TOA hard. Not many fails at all. I will type out all of the fails for both normal and hard down below. For hard, it looks like I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that, 6 fails, and then 15 on 99, and then maybe some more in there, but yeah. So TOA hard, very smooth, full autoing at this point, for the most part, minus those 5 floors, and that is it for this episode. So let's go ahead and jump into the summons. Here we go. Maybe we can get a nat 5 or something, but honestly, I'm not expecting anything because you know how legendary scrolls are. But I'm hoping for Rina skill ups or another fire mummy or mummy skill ups. Okay, mummy skill up. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, but everything else from the mysticals is probably just going to be food. High elemental skill up. A lightning. Here we go. Oh, what is that? Oh, Okay. The new Dice Magician. Let's check him out because I have no idea what he does. That's pretty lucky because he's one of the newer monsters. It's just so rare to get, like, any particular monster. So let's check him out. I wonder what his name is. I feel like it's, like, Rina or something. Okay, so he's kind of like Orion, it sounds like. He just does, like, a random thing on you. And then he can gain another turn if he gets the same number. I don't know what the odds of that are. 1/6 times 1/6 maybe? I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm bad at that stuff. Okay, so next. Attacks all enemies and stuns them if the sum is greater than 7. Oh, okay, cool. Sounds really good. Sounds like a really good support monster. Maybe good for Guild Wars. I don't know. Okay, let's see this. Oh yeah, this one's kind of weird because it's like a damage dealer skill, but he's like not a damage dealer. You know what I mean? Because his other two skills make him sound like a support. And then he gets a leader skill. Okay, cool. I guess I'll lock him. I haven't heard much about him. I still think not many people have these monsters, so people haven't tested them too much at this point, but that's awesome. He looks really cool. Yeah, he looks sweet. He's gonna kick your ass and reap your soul. Even though he's not a Grim Reaper, he kind of looks like that. He looks like something from a nightmare. Okay, let's continue on with Mysticals. 16 left. Okay, we're still looking for Mummy skill ups and Rina skill ups. And Lightnings. Hey, that's an Ardella. One of my guild members was running Ardella in R5, and she was doing so much damage. Another Lightning! This is good. 2 Lightnings so far. Oh, sweet. I already have one of those, though. I heard that she's really good with the Dark Assassin. I do have a Dark Assassin for an AO, but you guys know me. I like to keep my runes really concise, and it's hard to build, like, a lot of monsters really good. So that's cool. Probably a skill up for me, because I don't have any plans to build that AO anytime soon. I've heard people say that you can also use them for Guild Wars, like the Dark Assassin. Okay, so we got one Mummy skill up, which is worth it. Okay, let's see. Now we have to do the Scrolls of Light and Darkness. Here we go. I got a Lightning on one of my previous videos, and it was Ran. Like, are you kidding? Okay, so no Lightning, but okay, whatever, I guess. Whatever. Okay, here come the legendaries. I think it's like 8% chance for a Nat 5. It could happen. Oh my god, what? What? No! Hey, that's a Julie skill up, I think. Because I think I already have one of those. Let's check, because I just gotta stall out. My heart is kind of racing for that last one. Do I have her? Maybe I skipped over her. I don't think I have her yet. Shoot. So that means I gotta keep her. Okay, so let's do the final Legendary Scroll. Here we go. Oh wait, we have another Light and Dark Scroll. We gotta do that one. Okay, here we go. No Lightning. Dang it. Hey, a Dark Harg. Hey, is that dude good? I think that dude's good. Is that Croa? I think his name is, if I remember. Let's check out what he does. Okay, let's see. Okay, attack bar increase. Okay, decreases attack bar by 50% and attack speed. Okay. Huh, okay. Interesting. I'll have to look that guy up because I think people actually have that one built. Pretty sure that's the one people build. Okay, so next, the final Legendary Scroll. Here we go. Here we go. No, I already have that one. I guess it could be skill ups for that one, so cool, I guess. Overall, good summoning session, I would say. I got some new monsters to look at, maybe some new toys, I don't know. I don't really build toys, though, but maybe I could if they end up being good enough for my bad runes, because like I said, I like to keep my runes on very few monsters. That way I can make them super good. Like, I think my Lucians right now are pretty good. And my Theo, oh my god, did you guys see my Theo from my January rune video? How did he end up this good? This build that he has on him is the highest damage build, and somehow he just ended up with 9,500 extra HP. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So that was it for Path to Decency episode 49, I think it was. Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you guys later.